have a serious question.
Okay.
What charges a battery in a car?
An alternator.
Okay. Why are we paying for gas in the house when we can just install an alternator in the house that blows heat?
This is the second time you've told me this, and it just sounds just even more stupid. An alternator is only designed to charge the battery. It's not what creates the heat in
I
a
know,
car.
but if we have the battery installed in the house with the alternator, why can't we install little alternator and batteries around the whole house for all the heating vents? Why the fuck we paying for gas in the house? I'm pretty sure Mr. Ford was onto something. Why the fuck we ain't running our houses like this?
An alternator in a car would have to be converted from DC to AC in order for it to work in a home. But it's also called free energy, which means the government has banned it and has made it illegal for you to own an alternator for your charging of your house. An alternator can...
Wait a minute. An alternator is free energy.
Yes.
And it's illegal.
To make it into free energy, yes.
So, logically speaking, we actually can install an alternator in the home.
Legally, you cannot.
Okay. Technically speaking, forget about being arrested.
Technically, if we wanted to go to jail for the rest of our entire life, yeah. If I wanted to convert an alternator to make it to where it would be an AC...
So we would have free electric.
Yeah, we wouldn't have to pay for shit.
Wait a minute.
The government has scammed us our entire life.
No, hold up, but
Okay.
how would we run the alternator in the house? Can we just hook up a battery?
No, it wouldn't be a battery. We would have to have something that was belt driven.
I can ride a bicycle.
Yes, ma'am. But once you get it going, it will consistently keep going.
So as long as we stop, okay, what if it's illegal?
It is 100% illegal to convert an alternator. 5.5 years ago, I found this guy on YouTube who literally did this exact thing. He took an alternator from a car.
And powered his house?
He tore it all apart, redid it, reconverted it from DC to AC to where it would produce 200 plus volts to power his house. Which don't get me wrong, his house was only a fucking single wide trailer, and it was just him living in it. The government knocked on his door, knocked the door down, arrested him, took him to jail, told him he either had one of two options: either go off grid and stay off grid and never come back, or die.
They were gonna kill him?
Yes. The video was viral on YouTube for 3 hours and then it disappeared. And I've never been able to find it since.
So wait a minute. So I can take you can actually take an alternator to generate your house.
You can make an alternator create enough power. You may have to have several of them.
What did he use to charge the alternator?
You know, the alternator is the charging system. It's what creates the power. If you go to a fucking electrical power plant, what the fuck is it? What's making the power? It ain't them doing anything.
Somebody's outlet?
No.
Somebody's got something plugged in?
They have built an AC generator that is creating such an immense amount of electrical current to where you're not paying for the electricity. You're paying strictly
Wait a minute.
Deliver the electricity to your house.
So you can rebuild an alternator and we'll put...
you don't.
Hold on.
You don't rebuild anything.
No.
Reconstruct the internals of it and rewire it to be able to produce AC current.
I have a plan in my head. We're about to get free heat.
We can't get free heat. I'm not going to jail.
So listen, what if we reconstructed an alternator and hooked it up to a windmill outside all because it's driven, we would get free shit.
You do realize what all those fucking windmills are, right?
I'm not getting into that. I'm asking, is that possible?
Listen, do you know what a windmill is? The exact thing that you're talking about. That is what a windmill is. It's producing energy.
So we could buy a windmill for our yard, but we can't reconstruct an alternator?
Yes.
What?
It's the government for you. The government's fucked. A windmill costs probably 30 grand. An alternator costs $100. You buy one alternator for $100. You
But how will they know? They just think we're homeless and we can't afford our electric and it got shut off.
No, they literally can look down on all of us. We're being watched 24/7, 365.
I get that, but
They're gonna know. They'll find out.
we're small peeps. We're not big peeps.
It doesn't matter.
We're just talking about our house.
Yeah, and then our house turns into someone else's. How is your house being powered? Why do you not have an electricity bill? Why is this electricity bill not going up? Why
We
is it
lie
that you
and
have
say
all
we
this?
have a generator. You always lie.
Yeah.
We
And
got.
the more you lie,
We'll
the more
hook up
shit
a
comes-
generator outside so it looks legit. Put some gas in.
Okay, well then it's gonna have to run 24/7, 365.
No. Only when they show up.
Then they're gonna ask questions. Where's your gas receipts? Where's your proof that you're not?
Oh, we sell drugs.
Okay, now you're going to jail for being a drug dealer. Great excuse.
We deal in all cash.
We're going to Texas Roadhouse or not?
Oh yeah.
God damn it! I should.
Well, turn around and then we'll have Mexican then.
No, just go to Texas Roadhouse.
I don't understand. I've just solved.
You didn't solve anything.
I did. In
No.
my head, I was backing out and I was like, man, this heat feels good in the car. It's always cold in the house because the heat's
Do you
expensive.
want, honestly,
And then I'm like, wait a minute. Do we actually need gas? This is all in my head. Do I actually need gas to run a car? Because, I mean, I understand that part of it. But the alternator runs on the battery and it charges itself.
Okay. An alternator is built for DC current for cars.
I don't
which
understand.
Is direct current. So it's literally getting 12
Point
volts.
A, point B.
It's getting 12 volts applied to it. It's taking it and it's applying it back to the battery to keep it charged. But it's giving it more juice because it literally takes that 12 volts and makes it 14 plus volts and gives the battery back its power and then supplies the rest of the car with all the power.
So I'm not going to lie.
So if you don't have an alternator or a battery in your car will never run.
Okay, so you lost me on all that. 100%. I didn't listen to half of that. I'm still stuck on the fact that I could heat the house with an alternator. And in all reality, if the government's like, why'd you do that? I didn't see a pamphlet. No one handed me rules and regulations to own in a home. We just bought a home. No one handed me the packets of do not do. I am an inventor, and I thought of a way to get some free and not have to pay.
I'll put 210 instead of 240.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
Well, you're going to have to...
You'll be getting a email, hopefully.
Oh, okay. But to me, it sounds like I'm an inventor now, and I just figured out the world's problems.
The world's problem is that the government is controlling every single thing that we have, so there's nothing that we can do about it. Our problem is the fucking government.
Okay, I'm still just talking about the car thing.
Okay, heat is produced by the coolant in the car.
Wait, so if I did hook up an alternator to the house and put a windmill on it so it always keeps going and going and going and going.
You'd have to have a battery pack so you can consistently have stored energy.
Okay.
After converting the alternator to AC.
But I have to have a coolant system hooked up to the house.
Yeah, you would have to have, so remember how a boiler works, like at your mom's house?
So what if I just hooked up the front of the engine to the side of the house?
Oh my God.
What?
It doesn't work like that. Direct current and alternating current is two separate kinds of current.
Can we plug the engine into the house?
No.
Then why do big rigs have outlets all the time? They got extension cords.
Those outlets are for glow plugs to heat the engine.
I've seen a lot of outlets that glow. Those are pretty cool.
Oh my God, that's not what a glow plug is, Danielle.
Oh.
A glow plug is what heats the fuel to a certain temp so that it would actually combust inside of a chamber, but it doesn't combust, it just bursts.
I'm sorry,
A
what?
diesel is not a combustion engine. It is all by compression.
No, an engine in a car is from the pistons. Isn't that what the...
No.
Yeah, huh?
No.
Use those shafty looking things with the hooks on the bottom go whip 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 whip. Isn't that what runs the engine? And the spark plug. No, okay, hold up. The spark plug is
Okay, one. You can have fuel and spark and air in an engine, but if you don't have compression, it's not starting.
Compression is in like forced air down. That compression is like if you sit on my chest is compressed.
Pretty much, yeah, kind of, in a way. Yeah.
So what the hell's sitting on an engine, Andrew?
Jesus fucking Christ. Why don't you go outside, sit on the engine, and let me see if you got some compression or not.
I'm trying to burn my cheeks. Try to tan my cheeks.
When the piston comes up, the fuel goes in. As the piston starts to come down, the spark ignites, it drives the piston down. Then, at the bottom of the stroke, the intake and all that shit redoes it all again. In every single cylinder. If you got a 4-cylinder, every cylinder does that. Except for 2 and 2.
So 100% I found a hair on my chin, and that really got me distracted on what we were just talking about.
Either way, you cannot take an alternator and hook it to your house and make it work for your heat. Our heating system is gas driven.
I know, but can you convert it to be an alternator driven?
No, because an alternator is part of a charging system. It's what applies voltage.
So what's charging the alternator?
Well, right now, the alternator is not charging anything besides the battery.
Well, yeah, so that's free electric.
No, Danielle, that's not how that works. Every vehicle that is out on the road today is DC power.
You know what we need?
Every house and building, all these electrical wires are AC.
No, listen, you know what we need in the house? A bunch of brake pedals.
What the fuck are you gonna do with a brake pedal in the house?
Tesla charges their car with a brake pedal.
Oh my fucking Christ, Danielle.
Doesn't it? Am I wrong? Can we just make the floor full of brake pedals? Every time we walk, we charge the house.
Listen, do you even know anything about a Tesla and how it moves?
I'm pretty sure the owner of Tesla has Asperger's.
That has nothing to do with what I just asked you. Do you even know how a Tesla goes?
Yeah, they got the weird battery packs. Like,
it's not a battery that makes it go. There's a motor at the fucking axle, at the fucking brake pedal, like not the. Oh, you're making me so angry.
So it is the brake pedal.
No. The battery is underneath the whole car. Every wheel has its own motor that drives the tire.
There is mini motors on every tire.
Have you never watched how Teslas are made?
Why in the hell would I just be like, I'm gonna watch a video?
You need to not ever be concerned about how cars work to how houses work. You just need to worry about how people work.
Listen, I'm trying to solve a whole lot of things, okay?
Okay.
Because you always ask, Danielle, how's your brain work? Danielle, what the hell goes through your brain all the time? Listen, I'll be sitting there doing my paperwork and stuff at work, but I'm also thinking about, wait a minute, can I use an alternator to charge my house so I don't have to pay my gas bill and electric bill anymore?
You will always still have to pay a gas bill for one, because you'd have to convert the whole house from gas to electric for heating.
I'm pretty sure in my head, I've got this figured out.
Yeah, somebody else had it figured out too, and guess where he's at?
They gotta be sneakier.
How can you be sneaky when the government is watching you 24/7?
Why is everyone at Texas Roadhouse on a Wednesday?
Everyone's at Texas Roadhouse 7 days a week because Texas Roadhouse is fucking amazing. I think I literally
Can we lie and say it's your birthday and then I watch you ride a straddle? Or watch you ride
I'm
a
not
saddle?
going to ride a saddle fucking horse and buggy thing that they got in here.
I'll find the cutest girls to cheer you on.
Okay, I'm going to go in there and tell them that my wife's birthday is today and that she is turning 33 and that she was really considering wanting to... How many fucking times are you going to go in a circle?
I don't know, but first of all, do you want to be punched in the face like really fucking hard?
Do you want to be punched in your fucking face really fucking hard?
Bitch, let's go. I'll drive us
Christ,
over.
don't worry, I'm gonna go find the craziest bitch in this place and she gonna punch you in the face.
Then we'll go to Sonic for dinner then.
You can go to Sonic. I'm still eating my Texas Roadhouse.
I want mozzarella sticks, but I want to eat the bread off first and then eat the cheese last.
You realize we're still recording, right?
No, I did not, but that's awkward.